Thank you for being here with me today, and I'm Taci from Taci Studio, continuing the mini series in which now I am going to show you how to do a single crochet. If you if you are starting to crochet and you want to know all the tools that you need to start this, and how to do a slip knot and the basic chain, watch my first video, and that's where I have all the information. So in here we already worked the chain and you have practiced a lot. You are a pro now. So we're going to do the single crochet. Single crochet, to start a single crochet, you leave one chain, and this is a chain, and I'm gonna show you the parts of the chain now so we can know where you're going to work on it. Okay, so this is the top loop of the chain, this loop over here. I am going to get my darning needle and show you. This is the top loop, this is the bottom loop, okay, and in the back of the chain you have these little bumps, okay, which is the little back bump, which sometimes it's going to tell you to work on that. For the purpose of this video, to learn how to single crochet, and I want to remind you that I'm using US terms, you are going to skip this chain and you are going to start working on the second chain from your hook. Okay, you are not going to loop around or do anything. You're going to get your hook and put on the top loop of that chain. Now you have two loops on your hook. You go into yarn over, pull once. Now you have two loops again on your hook. You go into yarn over and pull through both of them. Okay, so we're going to do that again. We're going to put the hook on the top loop of that chain you just made. We're going to yarn over, pull that through. You now have two loops here. You're going to yarn over and pull that through, both of them. Put your hook on the top loop of the chain, yarn over, then pull that. You have two loops on your hook, and notice that mine is pretty loose. You shouldn't do too loose or too tight like you did with the chain, but just enough so you can move around. Okay, now you yarn over and pull through both. So put our hook on the top of the chain, we yarn over, pull, we have two loops, yarn over again and pull through both. I'm going to keep doing this to the end of the row, and you can do the same. I had about 10 or 15 stitches chains in there, and I am going to work through the end of the row so I can show you how to turn. So if you need to go slower than I'm going, I am trying to not do this too fast, but if you need to pause the video and keep going, and you can meet me when you are done. There's no hurry. We are actually doing this to have fun, right? And to relax. And I know that in the beginning is not very relaxing because you are learning a new skill. But I promise you that with time you will be relaxed and you will be so fun that you will think, why was I stressed in the beginning when I was learning this? But it's just that learning curve, and then you will feel so much better. So we went to the last stitch, we yarn over and we pull that, and that's where those stitch markers will come in handy. Especially if you are a beginner, I really recommend that you put a marker on your last stitch so you know when you come back where your last stitch was, and you don't keep adding stitches to your work. Okay, so when you get to the end, you do one chain and you turn your work, and now you start working towards the other side. On this row, what you're going to do is, on the first row, you are putting your hook on the top loop of your chain, right? In here, you're going to be going between the two stitches. There are two stitches here. Between the two, there's a hole in there. See, and when you put your hook in there, you're gonna see this V over here, which you picked up two loops, and you're going to work on that space. So then you're gonna do the same single crochet stitch that we were doing before. You're going to yarn over, pull it through. You have two stitches here, and you're gonna pull through both. That single chain that we did is just a turning chain, and that will not count as a stitch on your work. Okay, so we're going to put again through that space between the two stitches, and I'm gonna try to focus this a little bit closer so you can see the space there. We're going to put it right there, and then you can see the V in here, so you are in the right place. We're going to yarn over, pull it, yarn over, and pull through both. So you're just going to keep doing this until you get to the end of the row. And when you get to the end of the row, you do one chain, and you turn again like we did on this side, and you just keep doing that until the end of your work. Or in this case, since you are just practicing, I would recommend you keep going until you feel comfortable with this stitch, and until you feel that your stitches are getting more straight and you feel completely comfortable with it. On the very last one, you're going to put your hook in between that chain that you had and your very last stitch. You have the two loops. You're going to go through both. You do a chain like we did, and we turn. When we turn, then you see the space there where your first single crochet will be. So, and here we are. Now we have the single crochet, which you're gonna see when we do the other ones. That's the shorter of all the stitches that we do, other than a slip stitch. It looks like a little V with a little bump on the top, and it is so very cute. So I think now you're ready to keep going, and you keep crocheting this. And if you, I think that it's a good idea for you to keep going until is about 4 inches or so, or however much you want to do to practice this stitch. Next, I'm going to show you how to do a half double crochet on my next video. So if you're enjoying this and you want to keep going with us, please come back and watch the next video. So we're gonna work on doing the half double crochet. Thank you for being here with me, and keep practicing. I hope that you're loving, enjoying, and feeling that this video was useful and is helping you. Thank you for being here, friend. Ciao.